There we go. Okay.
Okay.
What's up, you buttery biscuits? Welcome back to another edition of the Homie Squak, where we discuss all our favorite TV shows, movies, video games, and other wacky shit. I'm joined today by my usual peeps, Gigi, Hannah, and Trevor. Don't be shy, guys.
Hi.
Yes, buttery biscuits.
Gigi says hi.
And
Hello there.
we all got some more juicy questions for one another, so let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's get down to it. Yep.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Gigi.
My question is, what genre of music reminds you of each person in the group? Example, metal, classic rock, pop, whatever. You can
Thanks for the
only use-
examples.
Yeah, just keep going. There's like 90 more genres out there.
Yeah, that's why I only put a few as an example. Anyways, you can only use a genre once, and why that genre for that person. Bonus points if you name a song from said genre for each person.
Okay.
Smacks lips.
Yeah.
I heard that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go in a random order because I don't like to be told what order to put them in.
And nobody's got a gun to your head.
Actually, no.
Unless there is. Hannah, are you safe right now?
Smack your lips twice if you're in
Oh my
danger.
god.
Anyways, so for Trevor, I picked classic rock because classic rock to me is something that's very recognizable, and it's also something that's kind of timeless and confident in itself because, you know, it's kind of stood the test of time and not changed. Like, every time someone is trying to change it, it's turned into a different genre of rock. But classic remains. And I feel like Trevor is very much the same.
Classic rock prevails.
Yeah.
Just like
He's kind of,
Trevor.
you know, yeah. He's confident in himself, and nothing can change him.
This sounds like a Chevy commercial.
Black rock.
America. Dirt roads.
Eagle.
It's not country music, it's classic rock.
The song I picked was "Here I Go Again" by Whitesnake.
Oh boy.
I feel like that would be Trevor's like strut. Like, if he was just walking down a road, that would be the song that would be playing as he walked down the road, and everybody would be like, "Yeah, I respect that guy."
What?
Respect.
When you think of respect, you think of Whitesnake.
Yes, obviously. I don't know. It was just the first one that came to my mind when I was like, yeah, that fits.
Huh.
But yeah, that was my pick for Trevor.
Okay.
For Gigi, I picked electronica / dubstep.
Oh
What?
boy.
Dubstep and electronica music is very unpredictable. And it's, you know, there's beats that are all over the place, but somehow it still makes music. I feel like
Somehow.
Gigi is the same way. I never know, you know, what's going to come out of her mouth. It's just, it's very random, and I don't feel like I can ever predict anything she's going to do, which is very much like electronic music. But when you're listening to an electronica song or a dubstep song, when that beat drops, it drops hard. And I feel like Gigi is also very much like this. Like, when she is passionate about something, or if she's going to defend something, or, you know, anything like that, she drops hard. And she will, like, lay it on the line and, like, yell it in your face. And be like, you know what? This is this. just like, the beat in a dubstep song. And I feel like most of that music is also very high energy, which GG is most of the time. So, yeah, I feel that fits her very well. For the song, I picked First of the Year by Skrillex. That's the one where in the middle of it, right before the beat drops, there's this lady going, "Call 911 now!"
Oh my god, I've actually heard that song.
Oh my god.
But just the beats in that song and how heavy that beat really does drop, it fits her very well. Very well, yes. For Kyle, I picked indie music.
Oh.
It would be more towards the indie rock side. Not like the old folk sit on a log, tell your friends type of indie, but like more indie rock. And I don't want this to sound like anything bad either, but I feel like indie music is very simple. Where, it has a beginning, it has an end, and it tells you exactly what it's about in, the duration of time that the song goes. And it's very easy to understand, and I feel like Kyle is very much the same. It doesn't take much to please him, or, it doesn't take much to understand how he is, because he's very, wears everything on his sleeve right there. So I feel like that genre fits your personality a lot. I also think that for indie music, it's often very calming and very easygoing, as well as very meaningful. And I get that same vibe from Kyle's personality, because he's very, whenever he's explaining something that he's, passionate about, like music or even any of his answers to these questions, he has a full-on explanation of everything, and it's very meaningful to him and very personal to him, and I feel like that's very reflected in indie music. So yeah, that's the one I picked.
Nice.
For song, for him, I picked Little Lion Man by Mumford and Sons. It's kind of a upbeat indie song, but I don't know, it reminds me of Kyle.
Cute.
Yeah.
I'm a little lion man.
Yeah. For myself, I did not pick death metal. Thank you very much. I know all of you did, but I didn't. I actually picked classical or score music. Because I feel like with those two genres, they're whatever mood they're trying to convey, they do it 100%. And they can have transitions from starting off kind of slow and somber and then getting into a high energy, happy or angry or whatever. But whatever mood they're in at that moment, they're in it 100%. And I feel like that reflects me very much. I feel like that type of music builds on emotion, and it also has a story, no matter whatever it is, whatever it's trying to convey, there's a story there, whether there's lyrics or not. So yeah, I feel like that kind of reflects my personality and the way I go about things, because I'm all about story. So for song, it was kind of hard to pick something, but the one I thought of first was a song from The Witcher 3 called The Wolf and the Swallow. It's interesting because it starts off very kind of somber and slow, but also in the middle of it kind of builds to a happy reunion kind of things. But yeah, it kind of displays out a full spectrum of emotions in one song, and I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah,
Nice.
that's my answer.
Nice.
God, that was exhausting.
Yeah, seriously.
And C.
Way to go, Gigi. You picked a question with I wrote like freaking 4 paragraphs.
Well, I'm glad it had you thinking and, realizing your writing skills need improvement. I don't know.
But did you think that maybe I didn't want to think?
No, because that would
Did you
require me
think
thinking.
that I thought?
All right. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So my answers for you guys, Gigi, I said country music
Nice.
because let me explain.
What?
Let me explain. Because I don't listen to country music that much, but from what I get from it, it's typically supposed to have like these romantic ballads, and sometimes it's the opposite, or it's like more of like a melancholy ballad. But I think where country really stands out is just when it's expressing its feelings for like love and affection. And I know that Trevor said it before, so these are Trevor's words, not mine, but he
Wow.
said that Gigi is one that likes to romanticize her life.
Yeah.
And I feel like country music can be pretty sappy at times, just like Gigi.
Oh,
Just kidding.
my God. I feel so attacked right now.
You should.
She's about to drop that beat.
And then for Hannah, I didn't say death metal, but I said alternative metal, because I feel like alternative metal is, I mean, it's a subgenre and can sometimes be categorized as like rock or metal or alternative, even like grunge, all that stuff put together. And I feel like Hannah can really express a lot of different opinions and feelings on a lot of different topics. And she can sometimes be pretty like headstrong on the topics that she's discussing. Oh, and I didn't really pick any songs for you guys because I couldn't really, I don't know. I feel like I
No
might have
bonus
been.
points for you.
Yeah, sorry. No bonus points for me. But I don't know. I couldn't really get that in depth on it because I feel like I was overthinking it. Like, what's a good song for each person? But I gave up after a while. Anyway. And then for Trevor, I said punk rock. Not because of the whole like, fast-paced music and like fuck authority kind of vibe that it gives off, but I think one of the other main messages of a lot of punk rock music is that it has this mentality of like, I don't care, I do what I want attitude. And I feel like Trevor definitely has that attitude because he will do what he wants and he likes to do whatever makes him happy, even if it's, nothing crazy. It's just what he wants to do.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, and he doesn't he don't give no fucks. So yeah. And then for myself, it's kind of ironic because I feel like I had the hardest time picking one for myself, but I ended up going with just grunge because it's like one of my favorite types of music, or music genres, and it's typically like slowed down and it can be quite depressing at times, just like my life. Not really.
Took a dark turn.
Yeah, but I mean it's like a fusion of rock and metal and alternative, and even has some blues at times, though it's kind of rare. But it's sort of right in the middle of all my favorite genres, and I can't like specifically say what it has to do with me as a person, but I feel like grunge has the ability to express 1,000 different feelings and can sort of bottle all that up into one song or one album. And I feel like I'm sort of complex in that sense too, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going off the deep end with that theory. But yeah, grunge was my pick for myself. So yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. So for me, I'm gonna go in alphabetical order, and I also didn't choose a song for all of you, just for the fact that there are so many songs in each genre that I'm about to bring up, and I wasn't even going to attempt to try to find the perfect song for all of you. Uh, for Gigi, I agreed with Kyle. I chose
What?
country.
What?
Wow.
Not that you like country. This is what embodies you.
Uh-huh.
For me, um, it's more about tradition. Gigi's traditional, not like crazy traditional, but she does like tradition does play a part of her life, and there's like that rural aspect to it. I think
What?
there's this saying like you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy.
I need an example.
That was an example.
So I mean, yeah, you
For
you grew up.
myself, I'm not a boy.
Oh yeah, because you're supposed to take it literally. Um, she grew up. I'm not gonna say where, but it was kind of like a smaller town, and I think she still has those rural aspects. Not like farmhand type shit, but um, I don't think she's as big city as she would like to be.
I don't think I want to be.
Okay, there you go. For Hannah, I chose jazz.
What?
Yes.
Jazz, there is a lot of skill, there's a lot of finesse involved. You can't just pick up a saxophone and go, hey, look, I'm a jazz musician now. There's a lot of improv, and I think for Hannah, that definitely best describes her. It's very particular, it's very set, and sorry, Hannah, but not everyone's into jazz, but those who are super into jazz.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay,
You
for
like
Kyle.
jazz?
That's her next pickup line. Like jazz.
For Kyle, I agreed with Hannah. I chose indie rock. It's very fresh and new and exciting, and there's a little bit of everything, which I think Kyle is he's sort of like branching out into like new things now. Um,
Like a tree.
yes, tree rock. And for me, I chose 90s rap.
Whoa.
Kind of for the same reasons that Kyle chose. What did you choose for me, Kyle?
Punk rock.
Punk rock. Like very anti-tradition. Like there's a whole like it was based on a movement. There's like the bigger picture involved, which I think kind of describes how I view things. It's very like if there's no purpose to it, then why do it?
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So I'm very much function over form. So I think that's what 90s rap was all about. It's about like kind of stirring things up.
Hmm.
Well, I'm not here to stir things up, but they were trying to break away from the norm.
Right.
So those are my answers.
I knew there was a reason why Trevor goes ho ho ha ha ho ho ha a lot.
Oh god. Oh my god. Okay. So Hannah's the only one that gets bonus points because I also didn't pick songs.
What the fuck?
Hannah
Why do
wins.
I even do the homework?
I started to, but it got really hard, and then I think I sided with Kyle, and I started overthinking it. And it was just
Now I
Yeah.
look like a fool. And I'm not a
smart
fool.
fool.
It's okay, Hannah. We're proud
Okay.
of you.
Yeah. So for Hannah and like everyone, I couldn't pick one. But at first, it started off for Hannah was like I think I put metal, but I went with like I don't know what it's called, but I put surprise screamo. Like it's one of those like songs that you're like, oh yeah, that's like a rock song, and then all of a sudden they start screaming. Yeah, I feel like that would be the genre Hannah is. I think it's metal.
And why?
And why? Because I feel like on the surface you tend to be one way, and then like we dig deeper and it turns out you're suffering. I don't know. That sounds
Well,
weird. But it's more like
there's
like
something
you.
hidden underneath.
Yeah, hidden
I'm not
underneath.
okay.
Yeah, it's like we're like, okay, cool, and then you're just like, actually, no, it's not, and then we're like, oh, okay, so yeah, I feel like that's you. And then I also put movie soundtracks or movie scores, I guess, because those tend to be very detailed. Um, and they go with the mood of the scene, which I feel like is something you do, is you go with the mood of the group or like what's happening. You kind of, I don't know, add the details to everything. So yeah. For Kyle, I picked grunge, and then I also agree with you guys on the indie rock, for the fact that I don't know, like the calmness of indie rock is very Kyle, but whenever I think of grunge, I automatically think of Kyle because it's all he talks about recently.
Damn.
Um,
All right, my bad.
yeah. No, just
Might us.
what? Anyways, for Trevor, I went with gaming soundtracks. Um, More for the fact that he plays a lot of games and he, um, I don't know, gaming sounds, music tends to be more calming until there's like a comeback, and then it gets, kind of more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's Trevor. Trevor's usually calm.
And then I get aggressive?
For the most part. I don't want to talk anymore.
Hey, you say another word and I'm going to smack you.
Damn.
Oh my
Jesus.
god. It's not like he gets aggressive, but when he gets into something that he's into, he can get intense. For example,
Scary.
video games. Well, like yesterday I was watching him play something on Final
God.
Fantasy.
Wasn't
And,
that this
like,
morning?
No, it was yesterday because I was making breakfast. And like he was maybe 2 minutes into playing it, and then like he kept messing up, and he goes fuck, and then like he starts stomping his foot, and I'm just
I
like,
was not stomping.
You did. You stomped
So it was a
your
I was
tantrum.
foot.
not stomping.
Yeah. So it went. I was just like, oh, okay. And then like he comes over to the kitchen after he beats it. He goes, oh, how's it going? I'm like, oh yeah, good there.
Oh.
And then for myself, I put pop rock or indie pop. More for the fact of their happy sounding songs, but some of the lyrics are darker and sadder.
Hmm.
Pumped up kicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and pumped up kicks. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
And
So
Right.
Hannah's turn.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's how this works.
Yes.
Maybe. You think like 8 or 9 or 50,000 into the, you would figure it out. So my question was about annoying video game characters, and I believe it was specifically kind of worded as, well, who is the most annoying video game character you've come across in your lifetime of gaming? And if you could get rid of them, how would you do it?
All right. So for mine, I chose Waluigi. I hate his. Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get there. Don't you worry.
I hate his voice, his face, his ugly ass,
Wow.
bony ass body, his stupid mustache, all of it.
Jesus.
Waluigi is the worst. Every time I hear him talk, like my skin just crawls. And
Feel good.
I don't know, maybe I'm going a little overkill on that, but seriously, what an annoying, like, fucking guy.
Bastard.
Yeah. He's so
What about
greedy.
Wario?
Oh yeah, Wario's, they go hand in hand, but I was just about to say, he's so greedy, and as far as I'm concerned, him and his butt buddy Wario can go suck an egg.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
like Waluigi, he's so creepy. He reminds me of like your typical like pedophile in the white van with the words
Jesus.
candy inside written on either
Oh my
side of it.
God.
And he'll walk
Bitcoin
around.
inside. Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
He'll walk around like public places in nothing but a trench coat and just flash innocent women and children. Like,
Wow.
and
He's Michael Scott with the trench coat. with his finger.
and as he's doing it, he's doing that annoying laugh and the wah. I don't even know what that is, but yeah. And if I honestly had like any means, the ability to get rid of him, I don't know. I don't know what I would do, but I mean, I'm not very diabolical. But for whatever reason, the first thing that came to my head was that scene from freaking Austin Powers when I think it was like the second one, or I don't know, it doesn't matter. But they had the pool full of sharks with lasers on their heads.
Oh yeah.
And then I just throw him in a pool of sharks with the lasers, Dr. Evil style. That's how I want Waluigi to go out.
Nice.
Because he's fucking annoying.
So great.
And then you'd have that one enough guard right there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Okay.
mine.
For me, I chose 4. I couldn't limit it to
Damn.
just 1.
Trevor's got a list of
Wow.
enemies.
Yeah, Alright, get ready for an essay, guys.
There
Oh,
we
boy.
go.
No, so I chose first one is Roman Bellic from Grand Theft Auto 4.
Okay.
Hmm.
He calls you way too much just to go bowling, which dude, like if I wanted to go bowling, I'd call you, but fuck Roman, he's so annoying. To get rid of him, I would hit him over the head with a bowling pin and then just throw him over a bridge.
Nice.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay, next one is Sheva Alomar from Resident Evil 5.
Hey, that was me.
That's what I was like. Wait, Kyle?
Controlled by a CPU.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, luckily, Kyle and I were playing together, so there was no CPU except for the enemies. But you play that game by yourself, and you'll see what I mean. Like, she is just so dumb and
Yeah.
useless.
And
It's
what does
Trevor.
CPU stand for? For people that don't know.
What?
What does CPU stand for?
Computer program unit or something? I don't know.
Okay, well, just
I just say
clarify.
computer.
Trevor,
So-
come on.
Yeah, God. Anyway, to get rid of her, I would just throw a giant boulder on her.
Or punch
If Chris-
Damn.
Yeah, if Chris can punch a boulder, I can throw one.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, next one is Preston Garvey from Fallout 4. His fucking, hey, a settlement needs your help, gets super old. Like, I understand what Bethesda was trying to do. They're trying to prolong their game just by giving you like an infinite amount of quests, which like 90% of it is in the form of Preston saying, hey, go here, help this people. And it gets annoying. Like, I think for a lot of these, it's repetitiveness, and that's annoying.
Yeah.
To get rid of Preston, I would organize an attack using everyone from the settlements. Just get everyone together and go, fuck this guy. Go over to wherever he was located. Maybe lure some Mirelurks, maybe some Deathclaws. I don't know, whatever we can get our hands on, and just take him out, because that guy sucks. Last one is, I forgot her last name, but it's Ashley from Resident Evil 4.
Ashley Graham.
Ashley Graham, there you go. Just, oh my god, she was useless. She was unable to defend herself, except for I think in one part where like you throw lamps at the enemies.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was just, Leon!
Oh,
Help
God.
me, Leon!
And I don't know, you think Leon would give her something to defend herself, but she was so useless
Yeah.
that all she could do was duck behind him. And even then, like, if she was in front of you and there's an enemy coming, and you point your gun, like, hopefully she'll duck down, so like you're not hitting her, but there was a couple times when I had to shoot very quickly, and I hit her because she decided not to do anything.
Yeah.
So fuck her. To get
I
rid of
feel
her,
like.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, I feel like she already got the worst punishment. She tried to hit on Leon at the end, and he was like, "Nah, bruh," and she was like,
Yeah.
"Crushed."
Yeah.
Oh,
Rejected.
Okay.
For her,
Plus, wasn't she like a
it's-
teenager?
Yeah.
She was
Like, that was
18.
weird. I thought she was like
Yeah,
16.
I'm pretty sure she was at least 18.
She was
Oh,
18.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, ew.
Okay, so anyway,
But good for Leon.
to get rid of her, I would lock her back up in the church and then just destroy the key. There's no getting out.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah,
You can blame it all on
that was mine.
Don't worry, I already did.
Nice.
Okay, so for me, I got mine down to 3. The first one, he just came instantly to my mind, and it's Claptrap from Borderlands.
Damn, you really don't like
Um,
Claptrap.
I don't. I think he's really annoying.
Stairs! I can't climb stairs!
But yeah, we fucking know. Played it already. So I said Hulk smash. Peach is my next one. I think she's like so annoying, and she's always in the wrong castle, and
Yeah.
she's so stupid for letting Bowser always kidnap her. Like,
Over
Yeah,
and
what's
over.
up with that?
yeah. So I will let her stay with Bowser.
I feel like she's having an affair with Bowser, and she doesn't want Mario to know. So every time he's coming to rescue her, she's like, "God damn it!"
Yeah. So that's
And
why I
then
said
she puts
could
on
stay with
puts on a
Bowser.
show.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Like
save
the-
me.
And then Super Mario Sunshine, the introduction of Bowser Jr. And
Uh-huh.
then Bowser
Gross.
Jr. kept calling her Mama.
Oh shit! Drama in the castle. Damn.
Damn. I hope there was
yeah.
consent.
There wasn't. It's Bowser.
Oh Jesus.
Peach did it
Okay,
without Bowser's
anyways.
consent.
Oh my god. And my last one, I put Wasp from Animal Crossing because they're really annoying, and all you want to do is find your 2 free items of the day. But no, the Wasp has to fall out of the fucking tree, and then you have to run or try to catch them, and even when you swing at them, they still fucking sting you. So I would burn them with fire.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't say like spiders from Animal Crossing because you seem to complain
They
about those.
aren't as common as wasps. Also, they come out at night, so I don't play at night. So
Yeah, I would say for Gigi, they're more terrifying than annoying.
yeah,
Hmm.
at least sometimes I can spot them and run into a house for safety. But
Yeah.
there's been a few times they've got me.
Poor you.
I know.
Aww. For mine, I also narrowed it down to 3. My first one is Emily from Until Dawn. I wanted to kill her from the very start.
Yeah, she's
She
annoying.
She was an awful, terrible person.
She was a bitch.
The way she treated her friends. Like, I know she was supposed to be that way because it was like, yes, this is based on like campy horror movies and stuff like that, and there's always a preppy girl, but she was like awful to her boyfriend. She was awful to her friends.
Yeah.
Like, she's just the worst.
Yeah.
And so I actually did get her killed on my first playthrough of that game, and she landed in a wood chipper, so I thought that worked pretty well.
Wow.
Yeah, that was brutal death too.
It was. But I was like, not
That's what
gonna
you
miss
get.
For my second one, I picked Bentley from the Sly Cooper series. He is the little turtle that's like your tech man in that game. and he's a good guy, but he's got the makings of a stereotypical computer nerd. Like, he would work at Geek Squad. And he has this awful voice that's like, "Hey, Sly, I got a new,
Oh boy.
It's
Jesus.
awful. It's like
Give me his
awful.
number.
He's got like this awful nerd voice, and he's always like screaming on the communicator. Like, he's always panicked about something, so it's like, "Hey, Sly! Oh my god!"
Ew.
So I guess to get rid of him, because he's a good guy still, I would just put the option to have a mute button on Sly's communicator, so that like whenever he was talking, I'd still see like the subtitles or whatever, but it would just be quiet the whole time. Because it's such a contrast to Sly Cooper's voice, which is like very smooth, like smooth criminal, laid back, sexy raccoon dude. And he just has this turtle buzzing in every 2 seconds, like, "Hey, hit the square button!"
Man, you just sound like a surfer dude.
He's kind of an awful, nerdy surfer guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hate him. The last one would be Moneybags from the Spyro series. He's basically like the Tom Nook of the Spyro universe, and he's like this bear who, very true to his name, holds a money bag, and he steals all of your gems for the most ridiculous things. Like, he will literally be standing by a bridge and be like, "You have to pay me 200 gems that you just, spent 30 minutes finding just to cross this bridge." Or
It's like
Wow.
Yoshi's Woolly World or Yoshi's
Yeah.
Game and things like
Yeah.
that too. I'm like,
he
bitch.
does he does it so many times. Like, in one of the games, he prevents you from learning how to swim unless you pay
Oh
him.
my god.
And
Thanks, dude, I
so-
guess I'm drowning. Fuck.
Yeah, like, he's just the worst, and he has the most like annoying little like chuckle about it, and you've worked so hard for all these gems, and you have to give them to him just to do the most ridiculous things, and I hate him so much. To get rid of him, I would have the option to just have Spyro incinerate him, like, right there and then. Just make that a choice for the player. Like, do you want to incinerate him and never
Yes.
deal with him again?
Yes,
And
please.
just, like, I know it would be, like, awful to see this little, like, kid incinerate this bear, but it would have saved me a lot of trouble as a kid.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Those are my 3.
So my question is, if you had a disorder causing you to smile and laugh hysterically at every sad moment or event in your life, or you cry and sob uncontrollably at every happy moment or event, which would you choose and why?
I chose laugh at every sad moment. Yeah, just for the fact that there's a lot of happy moments in my life, so that'd be a lot of crying, and there really aren't a lot of sad moments. I mean, you look like an asshole, but it's not gonna happen often. Not to mention you just kind of excuse yourself. Maybe you even have like that card that the Joker had
Yeah.
in the movie. Just go like, "Oh, hey, read this while I'm laughing."
Yeah.
I was
But-
thinking Joker. As soon as I read the question, I was like,
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would choose laugh at every sad moment just because it's not gonna happen as often, and then like you're just kind of back to normal the rest of the time.
Yeah.
okay. I am the opposite. I said I would rather sob when I'm happy because I tend to do that anyways. And to me, it would be really, I think, at least for me personally, I would feel even more uncomfortable if I had laughed during a sad moment because, like, I feel uncomfortable if I don't cry at a sad moment. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
went with laugh or cry when I'm happy.
There was a time when Gigi and I had just started dating, but she already moved, and I was gonna go visit her and something came up, so like I wasn't sure if I'd still be able to go, but it turns out I was still gonna visit her. So we were on Skype, and I'm like, "Oh yeah," so it turns out I'm still going, and she immediately just kind of like throws herself off to the side and starts crying, and I thought like maybe she misheard me or something. I'm like, "No, I said I'm going," and she's like, "Yeah, I know."
And then I hid from him.
You hid from him.
Yeah. When he first came over, I had like a weird, I don't know, panic moment, and I was like, "What if he doesn't like me? What if he like?" Because it's been like a few
It
months
was
since
2 months.
yeah since he saw me, and I was like, "What if he changed his mind? What if he doesn't like me anymore?" So I ran and I hid in the closet while my best friend opened the door and let him in.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Childish. Simply childish.
So
We're better
uncivilized.
now. I don't hide anymore. He can't hide from me.
I also had the same answer as Gigi, where I would rather sob at every happy moment. I feel like that's easier to get away with because, like, if you're sobbing and people are like happy around you, like, oh my god, tears of joy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it would be easier to hide it. But I also, on a very personal level, I get really uncomfortable with laughter out of context. Like, we were talking about the Joker earlier and how, he had that condition. And watching those scenes made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so, even if you like take it to the context of like you're in a dark alley somewhere and you just hear laughter, that's like
Oh, God.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if crying could be the same thing, like if you heard crying in a dark alley, you'd be like curious, you'd be more curious about it. It wouldn't put you off as much
Unless
as
it was a
laughter
small
does.
kid.
Oh,
That's just
God.
straight up creepy.
I was
That is
thinking
straight up creepy.
not the last. What is that zombie game called? Left 4 Dead. The witches panic.
Oh god.
Well, even going back to a Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, like is getting pummeled in the face by Batman, and he's just laughing. And it's like,
Laughing, yeah.
why are you laughing? Like that just puts me off so much. And
Yeah.
so if I had that condition and I was like, laughing at people's sadness or whatever, I don't know if I'd be able to live with myself. It'd be too uncomfortable even for me.
Yeah. Trevor, you make us uncomfortable.
Well,
I'm fine with that.
yeah.
Awesome. For me, I went with God, what did I say? Oh, I said crying and sobbing uncontrollably at every happy moment because I'm kind of with Hannah on that. I feel like I can get away with that a lot easier because people do tend to cry when they're super happy. Not everybody, but some people do. And it would be a lot easier to just get away with it. And then also on top of that, nobody's going to be really like offended, I guess. I mean, it depends on how badly you're crying. Like if you're crying for somebody else, like for example, like if you were at like a job and someone that you're really competitive with gets the job promotion over you, and like it's a really happy moment for them, but you're sobbing and crying uncontrollably, like I don't know, I feel like that's overboard, but also it makes sense. I don't know. But
It'd also be weird if you were laughing in that moment too.
yeah. So I feel like
Got you.
I feel like for a lot of situations, crying uncontrollably would be the one that would kind of make more sense in a lot of situations. And the thing that first came to my head when I was writing this question was imagine just sitting at a funeral and you're smiling and laughing the entire time. Like
Ew.
that would be the most awkward and like
Yeah.
painful
It would
experience ever.
Yeah.
And I feel like nobody would forgive you for that, you know? Like
Yeah.
No.
and if you were crying and sobbing at like say like someone's graduating college or something, and like a family member or something, like, that it makes sense. Maybe it's a little weird that you're crying for them, but I mean, it just shows that you have a lot of emotion. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
my sort of reasoning for it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Now we got
Oh,
Trevor's
wow.
interesting question.
How?
Yeah.
You guys suck.
I liked it.
I'm not allowed to like Kanye West.
I like Kanye.
I
like
never
his older stuff.
I never said you're not allowed. I thought it was interesting.
It was unexpected.
But please ask away.
What is your favorite Kanye West song, and why?
What? Okay.
Simple
well,
but effective.
yes. I like a lot of Kanye songs. So
I
finding
prefer
just
Kanye
one
East.
was really hard, but I did it. So I went with Runaway. I didn't write down what album it's on. But pretty much in the lyrics, it kind of has like a soft piano in it, and he's going over the fact of like how he is kind of like a shitty person. Um, and he starts going into like, let's have a toast for the douchebags, let's have a toast for the assholes, and like he's referring to himself, and then he later on he starts talking about like how he sucks at dating women, and he kind of gives out a warning to any woman, I should say, looking to date him, and he's telling them just to run away because he's no good for them. He's not a good person. He's kind of a dick. And it just kind of shows like his flaws, and he's just putting it out there so everyone can hear it. Pretty interesting song. It's like the original, I guess, is like 9 minutes long. It's very interesting.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
This is an easy question for me to answer. I don't like any of his songs.
Burn.
I will say the one that made me question who the hell he was the most, though, was actually the one that he like collaborated on, and it was the one with Katy Perry about aliens.
Oh, yeah.
E.T.
Yeah, his role in that song is very disgusting to me. And just the
Damn.
things that he's saying is just like, who are you, man? Like, who do you think you are? So, yeah, I'm not a fan of his.
So I'm with Hannah on this one. Not really a fan of Kanye West. So yeah, I personally don't listen to him, and I didn't even like try to listen to him in preparation for the question. So sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
I couldn't really even name a single song by him, so I feel like I am being a little I guess stubborn, hypocritical. But for the sake of answering the question, I will. And I'm gonna say there's a song that's not even by him. It's by South Park. It was the episode about the fish
Oh.
sticks.
Fish.
Yeah, and the song is called Gay Fish. So basically, for anyone who hasn't seen it, Jimmy and Cartman come up with a joke, and the joke is, hey, do you like fish sticks? And then if you answer yes, then the punchline is, well, that makes you a gay fish. Because it's a play on for, it's fish sticks, but it's they're saying fish dicks. So yeah, and then in the show, the joke becomes like, like a household,
Super popular.
yeah, household joke, and eventually gets told to Kanye, who seems to be the only person in the world that doesn't understand the joke at all, and he gets like so over the top offended that he starts like murdering people who call him a gay fish, and he goes on like a talk show and gets super pissed off because they ask him the joke, and he just gets really upset about it all. And then towards the end of the episode, for whatever reason, he has like a change of heart, and he just decides that he maybe is a gay fish, and he needs to be with the rest of the fish in the ocean, and like make love to them. So at the end of the episode, there's like this super like way over the top auto tune song about him like making love to gay fish in the ocean. And
Okay.
yeah, that's the best I can do, because that's literally the only thing I really know, and it's not even Kanye West. But yeah,
Kanye adjacent.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. So for mine, my favorite, pretty much as long as I heard the song, is "Flashing Lights," just for the beat in the opening line, which I think is some pretty cool wordplay. She don't believe in shooting stars, but she believe in shoes and cars.
Fire.
Pretty much just about like some materialistic woman, but the beat is pretty dope.
This 90s hip hop's coming
Hello,
out.
fellow
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that's kind of come up on my radar pretty recently called "Hey Mama," which I haven't heard his entire catalog, but this one's probably up there for like his most heartfelt songs. It's basically just like his, obviously about his mom and like how she raised him, and like how she wanted like the best for him, and he kind of went in the opposite direction for a little bit, and then it's just kind of like a "when I make it, I'll take care of you" type of song.
Hmm.
Um, oh man, that reminds me. There was another, I think it was Ed Sheeran, called like "Golden Houses" or something like that. Where he,
That's not Ed.
whoever it is, someone else was also
21 Pilots.
21 Pilots. That's it. Okay, so there's this line or part that kind of stuck with me. Forrest Gump, Mama said, "Life is like a box of chocolates. My mama told me go to school, get your doctorate, some to fall back on you can profit with, but still support me when I did the opposite." That kind of stuck with me. As also a college dropout, um, like my mom was always there for me, and uh, I never went back to school. I'm not sure if I even plan on going back to school, but like my mom is still there to, like, she's on my side, I guess.
Hmm.
Like no matter what decision I make, she's like, okay, well I just want you to, do the best that you can.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are my Kanye West songs.
Nice.
Nice.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
Sick shit there.
All right. So we're doing this one in record time. I don't even think it's been an hour yet.
Nice.
But is there any other topics you guys want to discuss? Anything off the top of your heads?
You want us to riff raff?
Riffy raff?
Street rats.
Skitty scat? Skippity
don't
scat? Let's write our own sick beats.
Aw, yeah.
Then we'll have to pay 50 cents royalty to Taylor Swift.
Why?
She owns
Oh,
that
God.
phrase.
Yeah.
What phrase?
What phrase?
Sick beats.
Oh,
Sick
Was that
beats.
"Shake It Off"?
yeah.
Yeah.
She,
She
owns the
owns it.
phrase.
Sick
She owns the
beats.
phrase.
They're just words, though. You can't own words.
Words that can hurt
Apparently you can in
apparently.
Taylor Swift's
Yeah.
world.
Just do it.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Now you gotta pay Nike. God dang it.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the Skittles? It's like taste the rainbow, be the rainbow, or something like that.
Taste the rainbow.
Be the rainbow.
I don't really like Skittles.
If it's not all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face.
Do you guys like
I
M&Ms
love Skittles. Take
or
that back.
Skittles more?
What'd you say?
Skittles.
Skittles or M&Ms, Gigi?
Skittles, always.
Hannah?
M&M's if they're peanut.
You know, when I was a kid, I hated those, but now they're pretty good. I like them.
That is
Pretty good.
jam.
They're good.
If this is regular M&M's, I'd say Skittles.
I'm with M&Ms. I don't really, not a fan of Skittles.
I made it my mission in college, and like Skittles has a bunch of different flavors. So I went and I found every flavor of Skittles, and I decorated my binder with it. And now, whenever they come out with new Skittles flavors, I always have to go buy them and try them.
So,
Wait, with the actual Skittles or the wrappers?
Rapper!
Okay.
so that was your top priority in college, huh?
Yeah, I ate Skittles and drank Monsters.
Sick burn.
That's what you do at art school.
Yeah, you need to get sugar inspired, obviously.
Obviously. Well, what's your guys' favorite type of candy?
Skittles.
Really?
Wait, are we talking brand or like type? As in like chocolate or sugary
Brand
or
is easier.
whatever.
I think brand. Let's do brand.
Oh man.
So many.
Twix.
Twix is so good. Top 5
So
for
good.
sure.
Skittles.
I get triggered every time I see that Seinfeld episode where the guy takes George's
God.
Twix.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna go with high chews.
My shoes are good.
I choose.
Yeah, those are
Hi,
good.
choose you. Hi, choose.
Oh god.
Yeah. Okay, so
Wait, I didn't get to say
after
mine.
Kyle answers.
Gosh. Just let me say
Come
mine.
on, you Skittle
Let
hater.
him say his answer.
I'm waiting. Don't do anything.
Okay, but can I say it?
My God.
It's changed for me over the years. I did. Twix used to be my favorite, and Kit Kat used to be my favorite. But now, actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna go with Kit Kat. Kit Kat's really good. I feel like
Also
Give
really
him a
good.
break.
I just feel like those can be. I can eat those like anytime, anywhere, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a spot.
Do you try to eat it in the same way that they do on the commercials?
Or they like it's like snap, snap, and then eat it,
Yeah.
like in rhythm.
Yeah, in rhythm.
Oh God. I was gonna say, if you guys prefer fruity, chocolate, or sour.
Chocolate.
Depends on the day.
I'll eat any.
Not a huge fan of sour stuff.
Halloween taught us to like all candies before your
Yes.
parents stole it.
The only one I discriminate against is anything with coconut.
Same.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
want
not-
coconut in my candy.
Yeah, not a huge coconut fan when it comes to candy.
Texture. Get that shit out of there.
Yeah.
Although the Girl Scout cookies, Samoas, I think they're called. Those
Jason
are
Smoes?
no. Those are good. I like those. That's like the only coconut. I don't know why, but those are really good. I think they have coconut. in
Gigi,
them.
you didn't even laugh at my Jason Samoa joke.
I don't like coconut.
Damn, nobody likes coconut.
But Jason Momoa.
I would be like, what's his name? Not Harrison Ford. Woody Harrelson in Zombieland.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Like he just
Snowballs.
finds all those snowballs and he goes into a rage.
snow. Yeah.
Where are the dang Twix? What was it? It's
Was it Twinkie?
Twinkies, that's it.
Was it
My bad.
Twinkies?
Yeah,
It was Twinkies.
Okay.
Those things can survive a nuclear apocalypse.
those spongy
I
cakes.
guess so.
Oh, according to number 5, they can't.
Number 5?
Yeah.
Oh,
On
yeah.
Academy.
the Umbrella Academy.
I think there was a Family Guy episode where they went in the search for the Twinkie factory. Like the whole episode was based around
Yeah,
an apocalypse in Quahog, and they were looking for the Twinkie factory.
Yeah, because weren't the Twinkies going out of business or some shit like that? Around like the 2012 thing. I
Yeah.
feel like I heard about that or something.
Yeah.
It was an older episode though. It was like
It was.
1999-ish.
Good year. Good year.
Yeah, it was like one of their first or second season or something like that.
Yeah. Stewie was an octopus at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Family Guy was weird back in the day. Like before it got its like renewal or whatever you want to call it.
I
After it
think-
got canceled.
I think that
it's
was the
better.
funniest, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't really make me laugh that much, like the first couple seasons. And then it got better, and then it got old.
As we all do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time passes us by.
Back with buttered biscuits.
Oh God.
Gigi's favorite. What about, so we talked about, like, favorite candies. What about, like, favorite potato chips? Or just chips. Doesn't have to be like, potato chips.
Funyuns, does that count?
Yeah, that's a chip.
Yeah. Just any kind of chip, I guess.
I'm not really a chip guy.
No?
No.
He's not. No.
What do you snack on? Candy and cake?
Yeah.
Crackers.
What's wrong with that?
I didn't say anything was wrong with it. I was just asking.
I was just taking a survey.
Yeah, I'm writing all this
Candy?
down. Yeah, what the fuck?
I think chokes.
Yeah, he's getting choked up about his own question.
I know. It's just chips, Kyle.
Just chips.
Oh, we lost him.
Uh-oh.
The great
Jesus.
battle of chips.
Sorry. No, I was drinking water and it just went down the wrong throat. You know, and it
Don't
was,
you hate
Wrong
that?
throat.
Being alive for
Whose
almost
throat did it go down, Kyle?
yeah, being alive for so long and you still don't know how to drink water.
it's awful.
Yeah. I also don't know how to like.
Might have a
stand,
drinking
so-
problem.
It still kind of hurts, but anyway, I'll get over it.
Just bury
Okay.
that pain.
What about Gigi and Hannah? What are you guys' favorite chips?
I was gonna
It
say
just
Funyuns.
depends
Depends on what.
on what I'm eating. I
Put-
like. I have certain chips for certain things.
Okay, she's being
Yeah,
weird. She
Don't
likes,
be picky.
I'm not being picky.
You are, though.
Am
Just
I just
pick one.
snacking, or am I eating it with my sandwich?
Who cares? Just what's a go-to chip? Don't
she
you have like
likes
a
sour
go-to?
cream and onion.
No, probably like Cheeto Puffs or like.
Oh, you're one of those
Don't
people.
eat Cheeto Puffs.
I do too eat Cheeto Puffs.
When was the last time you bought it?
A while ago because
Yeah.
it doesn't go good with my sandwiches.
Your sandwich.
Yeah, I have chip sandwiches and then I have my snack
Sandwiches. Snacky chips.
Yeah.
I would also say, in addition to Funyuns, it would be the cheddar sour cream ruffles.
Hmm.
Oh, those are good. I also like Doritos and dipping them in cream cheese.
Oh,
Ew.
Yum.
you lost me at the cream cheese.
It's so good.
I don't know about
Hot
that.
Cheetos and cream cheese are really good too.
Get out of here, you heathen.
Whatever, you chip hating hippie.
Speaking about
Hippie.
weird cheese, speaking about weird cheese, like I hate when people mention or even like have cottage cheese in front of me. I don't understand cottage cheese.
I don't understand mayo. Mayo's gross.
I love mayo.
I don't understand trigonometry.
I
Should
don't know
wrap
what the
that
birds
up
and
here.
bees are.
I don't understand life.
What is
No one
life?
does, Kyle.
Kyle, what's your chips?
Oh, it's kind of a tie, but since I picked on you for not picking one, I'm gonna go with the Doritos, the regular nacho cheese ones. Those are good, and I can just eat those all day.
All day.
A close
Those are also
second.
good as a taco shell.
Oh yeah, Taco Bell is like I always get the freaking Doritos tacos there. And then a close second for me is the Fritos chili cheese flavor.
Oh, those are so good.
I like the scoop ones.
They have the
Scoop.
worst aftertaste, but they are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make this more boring. What's everyone's favorite water?
What?
What?
You know, like
water
Dasani,
brand?
Arrowhead.
Everyone's social security number. Let's just get it out there.
You know, I never understood the difference between them. I've never
What?
There is a difference.
There's a difference.
I've
There's a
never tasted it.
definite difference.
I've never been I don't give a shit, to be honest. I mean, I've always had the Safeway Refresh brand just cuz I go to Safeway and that's what I get. But
Never
Okay,
drink
get
Arrowhead.
yourself a Dasani, get yourself an Arrowhead, get Kirkland brand.
Fiji water's
Smart
the
water.
Yeah.
Pure life,
Smart
nothing
water's
pure
really
life.
good.
Why is smart water so goddamn expensive?
I don't know.
It's so
The
stupid.
electrolytes.
Get yourself a vase.
What's the deal?
Boss.
What's the
It's got
deal with
electrolytes.
the box water? What is that?
We tried it.
Why
we
is
did
that?
try it.
Why is that a thing?
I think
I don't
to
know.
reduce plastic,
Oh,
they put it
yeah.
in the box.
But like,
Because I think paper/cardboard is more recyclable than plastic is.
Plastic,
Yeah, but then your water tastes like, like
It
the end of
didn't,
like a
though.
dum-dum. Like when
It
you're
didn't.
sucking on the stick of a dum-dum, that's what it tastes like.
It didn't taste like the box.
I don't know. I didn't understand it. And I mean, if they're gonna do that, shouldn't they put it in like a case, like they do with plastic bottles? Because you can only buy like individual ones.
Yeah, that's how we tried it. It was individually sold. It was
I
on the
know,
end cap.
but like if they want it to be like, something that people want to buy, shouldn't they just put it in a case instead of have them individuals? You know what I mean?
And
That's why
use
you buy the
plastic to
bigger
put them all
box.
together? How dare you?
Put it in a cardboard box. And write on the outside in crayon, like, boxed water.
Oh boy.
Also, I think those were more expensive, too.
I'll buy that one,
I don't
Cletus.
remember.
What was that, Anna?
Like the box water, Cletus.
Y'all hear about them box waters they putting out now?
Well, wine comes in boxes.
Yeah, isn't
Why
that
not
for
water?
poor people?
What?
She
It's
got
for
so
more
offended.
people. What? It holds more wine than a bottle.
Personally, I don't drink wine or alcohol, but I don't remember where I was or anything, but like someone made a joke that boxed wine is like it's meant for poor people, like as
I
a
feel
joke.
like I've heard that joke. I don't know where, though.
I don't know. I just think every time I think of box wine, I think of It's Always Sunny episode when they think it's like the best thing in the world
Oh,
because they were
yeah.
just putting it in soda cans and drinking it out of the box.
Gigi's left the chat.
She got triggered by my poor people joke.
Yeah. Although we are poor, so I don't
I
see
could-
why she'd be offended.
I could just see
No,
her.
I'm just saying. I don't think it's for poor people.
No, Gigi, I was just asking. I'm not saying it is. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not experienced with alcohol. I don't know.
I've never like actively looked at the price of boxed wine, so I don't know.
It's cheaper, I would say.
Well, like $5.
That's my.
Probably.
I guess that just kind of further makes my point. But okay.
Although, I think Taylor and Gigi would both agree with this statement. The cheaper wine is usually the better wine.
Tends to be.
Interesting.
Wouldn't know.
So they're just playing everybody for fools. Everyone who
Yeah.
buys expensive wine.
Yeah, I mean, there's studies done where they put the cheaper wine in the more expensive bottles, and then they have wine snobs test it, and they'll
The people
treat it
that swish it
favorably.
in their little wine glass.
Yeah,
Spit in the little buckets.
and then they put the expensive wine in the cheap wine bottles, and then they don't like it as much, even though
Interesting.
technically
I
Like,
say,
there's-
Reginald.
it's an actual study.
This doesn't taste
The
quite
reservoir.
right.
Somehow put reservoir in there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we can move on to positive things for the week and end the episode. Dope. Dope.
Anyone got one? I have one ready to go.
Do it.
Do it.
I finally, after like 5-6 months, I finally got my haircut
Oh, nice.
because
Dang.
I did not know that they were already open. And then like we were just going to Safeway, and then I saw like their little neon sign saying open. So I'm like, oh my god, they're open. So I checked in online, went in, and it was really quick. It was really nice. They were weren't a whole lot of people there. Got my hair cut, finally.
Nice.
Very nice.
Was it like you had to wear your mask the whole time? And
Yeah, except when they're cutting around your ear, which
yeah.
for me they were doing. I kind of had to hold it up to my face, so like it was still up there.
Hmm.
I just had to hold one side at a time.
Nice.
You should have been like, "This is most disturbing."
Oh my god.
Jesus. My
I
barbershop
remember.
closed.
Oh shoot!
Like it's gone. So
Aw.
yeah.
Damn.
When I got my haircut, I had to wear the mask as well. It was, the same thing where, cutting around your ears. Like, I was getting layered, so they were cutting a little close to my ears. And she was like, "Can you just hold that?" I was like, "All right."
I guess.
I remember when I was a kid, whenever they would like do the buzzy thing around my ears, like the back of my neck, I would
Clippers.
I would always like twitch and laugh uncontrollably because
That
it
was
tickled so
Taylor.
much. Now I'm okay,
like,
but
Kyle, we cut a Z in your head, but
yeah, yeah, they'd have to
You look
smack
great,
me
kid.
around a little bit. They ruffle my hair
Ugly.
afterward. Ah, you're all right, boy.
Get on out there. Say hi to your folks for me.
All right, who's next? Something positive.
Wow, these two depressing motherfuckers right here.
Hey, Kyle hasn't said anything either.
Because
These
I'm
three
always
depressing
positive.
motherfuckers right here.
And I'm always positive.
No one, you guys just moped all week.
Yes, I moved.
Gigi gets her
all
wings.
Well, I think this week for me, there wasn't really any standouts. Although, okay, here we go. I got one. So,
Alright.
this whole week I've been like not dying, but I've been really in the mood to watch horror movies. And yesterday, my girlfriend and I finally sat down and watched a bunch of horror movies like most of the day. So I feel
Which
like
ones?
I got my fix. We watched The Thing,
Nice.
which is a classic. We watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 because she's never seen it,
Two.
and I
Wait,
wanted to show her.
not the
You started
original?
on part 2?
Well, no, we've seen the first one.
Oh, okay.
She has, and I've seen them all. But
Okay.
and then
But you said part 2, like, what?
Yeah.
and then we watched this movie called Rec, which is like record. It's a Spanish movie. Have you guys ever seen Quarantine?
Yes.
No.
Rec was the original movie. Quarantine kind of ripped that movie off, and
Oh.
it's a lot better than Quarantine. It's
Is that
very
the one where they're, like, locked up in, like, a hotel or something?
yeah, in an
Okay,
apartment
yeah, I've
building,
seen it.
and there's like an
Yeah.
infection inside, and they get
Yeah.
trapped inside because
And
the
it's
authorities.
caused by, fleas? Or rabies? Is it rabies?
Well, that might be in Quarantine, but in Rec, it's actually more of a spiritual thing.
Oh,
It was like a demonic thing,
interesting.
but they were still basically zombies,
Like the Wendigo curse and stuff.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also saw The Descent, which is a movie I've seen 1,000 times, but my girlfriend never saw it. It's a movie about a group of women. They go underground into a cave, like as like an expedition kind of thing, and then when they get down there, they end up getting trapped, and there's actually something lurking in the caves with them, and they kind of get killed off one by one, and yeah.
Scary.
Well, none of them make it out?
Well, I'm not gonna say
One.
that. Jesus,
Go ahead and spoil it. I'm not going to watch it.
why not?
Someone else might be watching it.
Who's watching it?
Someone might watch it. You never know.
Watch it?
Well, okay, it's been out for like 15 years, so
Yeah.
One.
one person makes it out alive. Okay, gosh.
And then watch The Descent Part 2. There's actually 2.
Descent Part 2. The
Well,
Ascent.
if you want to go into details, Hannah, in the second one, yeah, 2 people survive, but then they end up dying at the end of the movie anyway.
Yeah, they both end up dying.
How do they die? Like accidents, or they go back in?
So basically, the premise of the first one: 6 women. The main character, she goes through a traumatic experience. Her husband and daughter die in a car crash, and then turns out one of her best friends actually cheated on, or her husband cheated on her with her best friend, one of her best friends. And then but it was kind of like not really something that she knew, but she kind of had her suspicions. And then it was confirmed during the movie when they're in the cave, and when they went in the cave, it was a year later, and the main character Sarah was trying to kind of get over, you know, her past still. And then inside the cave, you know, they run into all these monsters and their friends start dying. And then the mistress, the chick that was cheating with her husband, her name is Juno, and she was she was one of the first people inside the cave to kind of deal with the monsters. And she was killing some of them, and she was super like traumatized. And in the moment, one of the other girls came up to her, trying to like calm her down and see what was going on. And then Juno like does like a complete 180 and then just stabs her in the neck with the climbing axe. It was an accident, but
An accident.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it was an accident because she was, you know, like I said, she was traumatized, so she was in the moment and she thought another monster was coming up behind her. And then the person that got stabbed, that was Sarah's like real best friend, like she was closest with her. And then after that, Sarah like falls deeper into the cave and she gets separated from everyone else who's left. And then she finds Beth, who was the person that got stabbed by Juno. And then Beth tells her like, hey, Juno did this to me, don't fucking trust her, she's a bitch. And then she dies
Wait,
after
was
that.
Beth, did she get stabbed and then like fall down and survive, or is she like undead at this point?
So no. So Juno stabbed her, and then Juno was in shock because she stabbed her, and she was like,
Yeah.
obviously she didn't mean to do it, but she kind of did a dick move because she just left Beth there, and Beth was telling her like, don't leave me, because she was still alive, and Juno just was like, yeah, I'm out. And Beth was like, Beth was still alive, and then eventually Sarah got to Beth. And then Beth managed to grab Juno's necklace off of her, and the necklace was something that Sarah's husband gave to Juno, and it had like this quote that her husband used to say all the time. It said, "Love each day" or something like that, I think.
What a douche.
Yeah, and then Sarah knew that Paul, her husband, used to say that all the time. So when Beth gave it to her saying, this is Juno's, Sarah was like, oh, fuck no. And then, so Beth was like, don't trust her. She did this to me. And then she dies. And then Sarah and Juno eventually meet up in the caves. And then towards the end of the movie, they were working together, but there was a lot of tension between them. And Juno was kind of like, all right, what's wrong with Sarah? But Sarah wasn't saying anything. And then Sarah, like, over time, she became a complete badass because she was killing all these monsters. And then
Like
right before...
Lara Croft.
Yeah, pretty much. And then right before they were about to escape from the cave, Sarah's like, nah, bitch, you ain't getting out of here. And she takes her climbing axe and stabs her in the leg with it.
Oh, shit.
And then leaves her behind. And then she escapes. And then in the second movie, I've only seen it once, but basically...
Basically, there's an investigation going on for the disappearances of all the women that died in the cave, and they're asking Sarah because she survived. And so somehow she has to go back down in the cave, and she ends up finding Juno still alive down there, like as this like even more of a badass, like killing all these things, and she's like eating them at this point because she's had to survive. Like
how much time has passed?
I don't remember.
I think it was just a couple
exactly
days, really.
Oh, okay.
I think the first one took place like it was a whole day, because when they went in there, it was morning, and when she came out, it looked like it was morning again.
Yeah. I don't remember how much time passed between like them going back in there, but
Yeah.
I think it eventually gets down to them fighting again, and then they're like, "Oh, I sort of forgive you," and then they both die.
Yeah. I don't remember how Juno dies, but I know Sarah sacrifices herself. Kind of like how
Yeah.
freaking John Krasinski did that in A Quiet Place at the end of the
Yeah.
movie.
God, I hate that movie.
What?
Anyways, back to positive notes.
Damn it, Hannah! Oh, man.
So, Gigi, what was your positive for this week?
Well, with everything that's going on, we've had to constantly change our plans for our wedding, but we have our plan E venue, so there's a plus.
My positive for the week was I got to show one of my friends Airplane for the first time,
Nice.
and we laughed our asses off, and she enjoyed it like just as much as I did, which was my hope the whole time because I was nervous. I don't know, like I can, go into something being like, this is my favorite comedy movie, and then I feel like the other person would like feel like, oh God, I have to laugh, that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Hannah was just staring at her the whole time.
Yeah,
Laugh!
just like
Laugh!
laugh now. But no, she genuinely enjoyed it, and she's been like quoting it ever since. So it's made me so happy.
Nice. Very quotable movie.
Very quotable.
All right, guys. Now it's been a good amount of time, so we should call this one.
Decent enough now.
Not only did you
Heard
get
enough.
questions, but you got like more questions, scatting, and the entire plots of The Descent 1 and 2. So you should be
Yeah.
way more than satisfied.
Better quota.
Of all movies, yeah.
A podcast for 2 weeks.
All right. So, yeah, that's it. Stay safe out there, guys, and yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, watch The Descent.
Yeah.
Kyle, how far are you on The Last of Us?
Seattle day 1 with Abby.
Okay.
I accidentally killed Abby a few times. Accidentally. No. No. There was one part where you're on the roof and you're supposed to throw the rope down into the hole in the where the roof goes into the building. And I didn't see the rope, or I didn't know to use the rope, so I was like, okay, maybe I just jump. And then I jumped and she face planted and died. And I was like, oh, I promise that was on accident.
Jeej.
Hey, she's probably still waking up.
You want me to smack you around a little bit? Nah, she's not into it.
She's just like, yawn. Dude, get that girl some coffee, man.
Seriously. We got to
Too
do
hot
this
for coffee.
this podcast. We can't have you sleeping on the job.
What are we paying you for?
Getting paid.
We're supposed to tell her that, Hannah.
Oh. You have to talk to HR.
Don't get comfortable. You gotta wake up.
Trevor, get a bucket of water, throw it on her.
Oh, I know, I should. This is the whole thing around your face, right?
You know I didn't spray my headphones, right?
Uh-huh.
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 You're trying to look for water. There's no water there. Because I didn't spray my headphones.
It's all in the reservoir.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
This podcast brought to you by Reservoirs.
Yeah, I should be recording all this. This is good stuff.
Reservoir Dogs.
Is that a movie?
Yeah.
Reservoir.
And it's not about dogs, so don't get your hopes up.
Is it about
Or
reservoirs?
No.
It's the opposite.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of a reservoir?
Your butthole, because it just doesn't hold anything in.
Gigi,
Sick burn.
I love your like SpongeBob.
That's how you know she's at her best.
Yeah. That was her best.
I laugh at myself in a weird voice.
Yes.
I love it. God, Trevor's so predictable.
What?
Never mind.
Sick
Shall we
burn.
begin?
I don't even say anything.
Yeah, let's start this podcast.
Christmas madness.
All right. I gotta.
Are we
I'm-
introducing ourselves? What are we doing?
I'm so prepared that I even wrote down an intro.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Do you need a beat,
shit.
bro?
Do I need a
Wait,
what?
are we introducing ourselves? Or are you introducing us?
I was like, do you need a beat? You know?
No, I don't need a beat, and I'm gonna introduce you guys. Gosh.
Oh, okay.
Because the one you just uploaded, there's like a pause for like 2 seconds where no one said anything, and then we're like, well, you always introduce us. And they're like, God, I have to do everything for you guys.
Yeah.
I hope you guys
remember that.
understand I was joking when I said that.
You know,
No,
I
yeah, I
took note of
understand.
it, and I
Okay.
felt offended.
Like
Not my friend.
I'm not
Comments and shit.
I'm not like angry.
I wrote it down, and I'm meeting with HR next week.
My therapist and I have a lot to talk about.
I made 500 profiles just so I could downvote it 500 times.
Oh my god.
501.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to make my octave go down, but it didn't work.
We're gonna download.
Oh.
Can you go higher?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I just. I don't know.
What's your normal voice?
This is my normal voice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think when I laugh, my voice gets higher.
Yeah, it does.
It's like a mouse. Kinda.
Except when you go,
Oh,
Oh my god.
almost got it there.
Almost, yeah.
Borderline.
Oh.
That was like a hybrid of both of them mixed together.
It was.
the clash of the giggles.
Oh god.
What was that? It's just a random noise. Jesus.
Oh,
Riff.
Yeah, we're just like randomly.
Riff-raff.
There's no topic. We're just talking.
There's
All
like
right.
some scatting going on too.
I'll do like a voiceover and scat like as like background music.
oh my god.
It's like elevator music, but it's just me scatting. Skip it, skip, skip, skip it up, scoop it up.
I would listen just for the music.
They all would. No, I haven't. All right, this is it. Shut up.
Man, I muted my mic and everything.
Shut up! I can't help it.
All right. What's up, you buttery biscuits? Welcome back to another edition of the Homie Squawk, where we
Do you want to
discuss.
start over?
Hey, I'm talking here.
Put him on that side and
I'm
call him
talking
back.
here.
Oh my god!
Welcome back to another edition of the Homie Squawk, where we discuss all our favorite TV shows. What the fuck, Gigi?
Laughing about the buttery biscuit.
Yeah, deal with it. It's happening.
I am dealing with it. I'm laughing.
You're not.
Black biscuits, that one.
All right.
Boy.
Like I was saying, welcome back to the Homie Squawk, where we discuss all our favorite TV shows, movies, video games, and other wacky shit. I'm
Like
joined.
butt plugs?
Yes, butt plugs. Thank you, Trevor. I'm joined today by my usual peeps, Gigi, Hannah, and Trevor. Don't be shy, guys. Jesus Christ.
Laughing about the buttery biscuit. I don't know why.
All right, that's it. I'm starting. I'm